Hello, everyone. I am back again, and it's just 3 days to the summit, and we can't hold our excitement. I have with me another keynote speaker who is going to be covering a very interesting topic on the day of the summit. She is going to be covering the 3 p.m. BST slot, and she will be sharing her experience using the live aspect that helped her grow her coaching business, where she teaches generating states of being. Welcome, Carmen.
Thank you, Mamit, for having me. I'm quite an honor, and I'm excited to be part of the Zenler Summit. I look forward to it. My time slot is Central Standard Time. It's 9 a.m., quite early in the morning, so I'll make sure to have plenty of coffee.
Yes, exactly. And that's the best part. We have 13 speakers, 12 hours, and everybody is in a different time zone. When Carmen is covering an afternoon slot at 3 p.m. BST, she's just starting her day in her time zone. So that's the beauty of this summit. How are you doing, Carmen?
Oh, I'm doing great.
All right, so if you have to learn from Carmen, you have to register at zenlerlivesummit.newzenler.com. And like you have seen in my videos, I always share that the speakers do not spill all the beans, but they do share a little sneak peek. So Carmen, would you like to share the sneak peek from the talk on the day of the summit?
Yes, the topic I'm going to be presenting is generating states of being. Which a lot of people don't know what it means, but it's all about transformational leadership that a lot of people are familiar with mindfulness. Well, most people. Mindfulness has a lot to do with allocating your attention and observing your thoughts, but fearfulness would be quite an upgrade to mindfulness. Through fearfulness techniques, I'm going to teach you how to feel a feeling by choice. Because most people think that we are at the whim of our emotions, and that's not so. And emotions and feelings are different. They're separate entities. And to have the capacity to feel a feeling by choice is something rather new. So I'm excited to present this. I have been teaching this since 2010 in private workshops, in person with all kinds of paperwork, handouts, and just seeing people transform. And yes, go ahead, Mamit.
All right. So, you did share that you used to have in-person events and now you are doing everything digitally. So would you like to share with us that how the transition has been and how did the live exactly impact your business?
Oh, the live feature of Zenler has been tremendous for my business because most of my audience now is international. So it allows me to connect with people all over the world. And I started with Zenler back in early 2020. And it took a while to develop the website. I'm not a web developer, but Zenler is so intuitive and has so many tools available that it made it easy to create a website and do online courses and offer hypnotherapy. First, I'm a hypnotherapist before I'm a coach. So before I sign up for Zenler, I would like to mention that I signed up for Thinkific and Teachable, and I proceeded to create a site and use their tools. And soon after, I wasn't satisfied with what they offer and the rigidity of all of the tools. I mean, even colors, I couldn't change colors. So I found out about Zenler. I've done a lot of research and found out about Zenler, and it didn't take me long to figure out that this is what I want to go with. And although Zenler was much younger back in early 2020, kind of an adolescent. Since I am in a growth business, I knew that they were gonna grow. So just to see Zenler's growth and transformation since early 2020 is unsurpassable. It's completely priceless. And having Zenler having offered and added so many tools, so much flexibility to what they offer, it inspires me. It inspires me to add and to offer more to my clients, because throughout this time, I'm seeing Zenler grow, and the care and attention they pay to their clients, their customers, and their customer needs it's off the chart. And for
That's
them,
absolutely.
Yes, go ahead.
That's absolutely amazing. And, like you said, thank you for growing with us. And we are completely user obsessed, and we try to make sure that we give that all-in-one space so that it becomes smoother to run the business and the coaching industry, like you mentioned.
It is indeed, because at first, and at least my understanding, when early 2020, Zenler was mainly oriented for online courses. But through so many requests on customer, can I have this? Can I have that? I need this. What about that? They soon develop into an online business, not just an online course platform. And to have added so many tools and now networking and communities and co-working zones, and not to mention all of the free training on marketing. Because there's so many people offering marketing, but they don't tell you what to click on. And it's good to know marketing concept, but nowadays you need to know what to click on and what it means to click on that, and what's the end effect of that. So it inspires me to transfer to my clients what it means, that why are we doing the techniques and the practices that we're doing, and what's the end result from that? Because a lot of people are not familiar. Well, no, let me say this differently. A lot of people can't even repeat the sentence, feel a feeling by choice. It's something they cannot comprehend. A lot of people do, but most people don't. So to be able to feel a feeling by choice, it's quite up there, one of the top skills to acquire. And this is a needed skills for leader practitioners, coaches, because what happens when we work with people, well, especially a therapist, but not only therapists, coaches and leaders and managers, there is a process called transference. Yeah, it's almost like the spirit is contagious. So when you're face to face with a client or a group or an audience, their emotions and their state of being, is not just their emotion, their state of being kind of get transfers to you. Sometimes you feel uplifted, and sometimes you feel like you just want to walk out of there soon. So through generating states, through feelfulness techniques, I teach you how to generate a state in which, well, first of all, you're not going to have this transference. You're not going to have this emotional contagion, but you are going to present yourself almost like actors. Actors kind of do that, but they do it for a different purpose. CIA agents do that for covert operation. They get identities. And I love teaching this because I've seen the results and the impact that has on people, and it's very therapeutic. I mean, this cannot happen without individuals being addressed. And and I'm noticing a lot of coaching and a lot of teaching out there that focuses on on theory and rules and processes, but very little is targeted to the individual. What does the individual need? What are the difficulties that the individual has? So once that is addressed, then sky is the limit. Just like Zenler does that. Zenler addresses their clients. What do you need more? Oh, let me see if I can get it for you. Oh, I cannot do it now, but I can do it later. So this is what happens in my practice to, in addition to help practitioners and coaches and leaders to generate a state. I also address that individual process and that individual needs. And through that, they become a more wholesome practitioner, a wholesome business owner. But what's most fascinating about generating states of being that once you learn how to generate, you can transfer the state consciously, intentionally to those in front of you. So right now, as I'm speaking to you, I'm generating the state of comfortableness and friendship. So throughout the years, as I'm generating a particular states that are needed, I notice that when I generate this particular states of comfortableness and friendship, it also comes to me as a diagnostic tool. And that's quite fascinating because people respond to what is projected. And we are so overwhelmed with being projected direction and authority, and this is the way, and if you don't do this, then you don't qualify, and you got to do this to achieve that. So when people come in contact with one of the states I've generated is comfortableness and friendship, they feel at ease. And creating ease is one of my other brands. They feel at ease, and some people that are pushovers, let's just use the pushovers, they feel as if a comfortableness and a friendship state is not strong enough for them. So with these people, I'm not interested to work with these people because I respect what they're doing and where they're at professionally or personally, but I'm not. There's enough pushover and authoritarian and demands and a lot of stress and anxiety, and this it weighs us down. So I'm more interested in uplifting and opening and expanding, like a little flower bud that just opens and expands.
Definitely. And I think that comfort and friendship is coming right through. I can just feel it. And like you mentioned, it's always about the one you are serving. Be it your clients, your partner, or whoever you are in that relationship, it has to be who you are serving. And that's, I think, a very important point that you've mentioned. And I think that is going to be one of the takeaways from your slot, which is the afternoon slot, 3 p.m. BST.
Yes, and that's 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And you mentioned something very, very important. And when I'm presented with pushover people, I easily shift my state. As soon as the diagnosis presents itself as them being a pushover and thinking that comfortableness and friendship is not as successful in their measurement, I shift my state easily, and then things happen. So the generating state is just it's a tool that can be applied 360 degrees in your life. But what I want to mention is that I used to teach this face-to-face in workshop group with a lot of paper hands out, but with the pandemic, that wasn't available. So having signed up for Zenler to develop the websites and having to offer coaching online, my audience became, well, I kind of had the international audience, me being bilingual, but my audience became more international than before. And having Zenler offer so many tools and such intuitive techniques and so much flexibility and creativity, it's mind-boggling. And the support that we have available is tremendous. I mean, not only technical support, which they are just so prompt to use that, but the other type of supports like, hey, I need this. Can you make this happen? Oh, what about this? Can you make this happen? And it's just the flexibility and the care that they offer to us clients and customer is just off the chart, and it inspires me. It inspires me to do better.
Thank you so much, Carmen. That really feels good. And like we have been doing all along, the summit is going to be no different. And we are going to be obsessed with delivering to our clients invaluable content. So if you are someone who wants to learn from Carmen, make sure you have to book the afternoon slot, which is 3 p.m. BST. And you have to do it at zenlerlivesummit.newzenler.com. We are running for 12 hours and we have 13 speakers. And don't worry, if at all you are in a different time zone and you are not able to catch Carmen or any other speaker live, there is no FOMO. You will get replays for all the sessions because we do understand that we have a global audience and everybody is in a different time zone and you might not be able to catch it live. So remember, if you are willing to learn, go register at zenlerlivesummit.newzenler.com. Thank you so much for your time, Carmen. It was so good to speak to you, and I'll be waiting to hear your talk.
Thank you, Mamit. I look forward to.
Bye-bye. Bye for now.